Hello, today I want to talk about how we all have the capacity to become our own media company. It so happens that at one time in history, we all had to ask permission from a permission giver if we wanted to have any kind of influence around the people around us. We had to have a certificate stating that we have studied or practiced X amount of hours, that we have so many hours of training, and then we had to have the right look, and then we had to have the right connections, and then we had to spend time and time paying our dues, kissing butt, just submitting ourselves to the whims of another person before we are picked by the permission giver. Well, no more. We all have access to millions of people through our media devices, whether it is our phones, our laptops, our microphones, or our camera. We all have access to a blog, to a Facebook page, to a YouTube channel, to an Instagram page, I guess, to a Spotify channel, and many other platforms. We can reach the masses with just a few keystrokes, with a few photos, with a few video clips, or just with our voices. We don't need to ask permission from the permission giver to express our views and make them public. We don't need the approval of TV stations or newspapers, of editor or bosses or assistants of the bosses to express and disseminate our thoughts. Most of us have a supercomputer in our pockets, which gives us access to the whole world. We can pull our phone from our pocket and see content that other people have created around the world, or we can just type something, take a few photos, and our content will be accessible to millions of people around the world. As a media owner, I advertise my photography business, my dance school, and my networking events through all these social medias, through my blog, through my Facebook channel, through Instagram, and that cost me practically zero. It cost me the time to just create an announcement, an advertisement, but that's it. I don't pay any money in order to tell people about my next dance classes, to make my photography service available, or to create my next networking event. On the other hand, this is bad news for the people who depend on the permission giver. The person who are going to school and studying hour after hour in order to get a certificate or a diploma in order to get picked by somebody else. This is a model that is going out of fashion. Permission givers are losing their power, and people, regular people, listeners, they don't trust those permission givers anymore. More and more journalists, artists, authors, they are starting their own media company without the help of any permission giver. No one is going to pick them. They have to pick themselves. They have to prove their worth through their blogs, through their YouTube channel, through their podcast, through their photography, through whatever. So you are the person who is giving permission to yourself to promote your work, to promote your talents. And I just like to point out a few exaggerated examples, but there are examples nevertheless. I don't know if you have heard of this so-called journalist called Tucker Carlson, who got fired from Fox News. Well, a few months later, he created his own network where he charges a membership fee for people to consume his content. Well, I think just last week he went to Russia and interviewed Vladimir Putin, and he had, over 202 million views on his interview on the platform X alone. This doesn't include his website and the other channel that he used to highlight his content. He's probably making millions of dollars with just this one interview. And then there is a person who calls himself Mr. Beast. This is a 25-year-old YouTuber with 239 million subscribers. He's earning over $500 million each year. This is one person who created this YouTube channel. Of course, now he has a team of people working with him, but this one person who created this media company, which is now making or collecting over $500 million in revenue each year. Each video that he makes gets over 100 million views, and he is earning a couple of $1,000,000 per video. If you are into podcasting, I am sure you have read or hear about Joe Rogan, who is a comedian who turned into a podcaster, and he now has 14 million listeners, and he makes about $60 million a year. This is practically one person. Sure, now he has assistants, but he basically makes his money recording his voice, interviewing other people that he chooses, or the other people choose him, and he's practically a one-man show with 14 million listeners and collecting $60 million a year. Now, this is a person that you may not know of, but his name is Alex Lieberman, and when he was going to college, he started a simple business newsletter that he called Morning Brew. And now, a few years later, at age 28, he sold that newsletter for $75 million. This is something typing news. Just creating affiliate links and just giving valuable information, but at the same time creating a valuable business from his dorm room that he was able to sell for $75 million. And of course, more modestly, is my own channel, which only has 443 subscribers. Nothing. But it is 443 people who had opted to listen to my voice and to listen and to check out my videos. No one forced them. They subscribe on their own. And although it pales in comparison to all the other people that I mentioned, I have that power to communicate with 443 people at one time. Now, I was looking through X, and Elon Musk reposted a tweet that somebody else posted, I guess Dutch designer, and in this one, they show how media companies are losing their viewership every year. Newspapers are going bankrupt, TV stations are, less and less people are looking at them, and even through the internet, less people are paying attention to big news companies, Indian.com, Mirror.co in United Kingdom, MSN.com, Bloomberg.com, all these, CNBC, all these, their viewership are going down. What is happening is that people don't trust the media companies anymore. They trust people like me, like Mr. Beast, people who talk directly to the camera and who in a way are more authentic than the media companies. And this is the way of the future. And if you want a piece of the future, you can also add your voice and participate. Someone will be interested in what you have to say. Now it is up to you. Do you have a message to share? Do you want to make some money producing your own content? Well, you don't need permission from the permission giver. You don't need to be picked by a media company. All you need to do is to choose yourself and start spreading your message. Thank you so much for watching.